Random number generator. A random number generator is a subroutine that can be used by just calling it. There are two methods used to generate random numbers. The first method measures some physical phenomenon that is expected to be random and then compensates for possible biases in the measurement process. The second method uses computational algorithms that can produce long sequences of apparently random results which are in fact completely determined by a shorter initial value, known as pseudo-random number generators. The numbers obtained by random number generators are not really random and they are called pseudo-random numbers. This is because the computers use a random number generator algorithm for the generation of random numbers and it is predictable. These generators require a seed, an input from the user to change the series of random numbers. The seed is actually the initialization of the random number generator. To do this, we use the sran library function. This function uses the system time as the seed. The random numbers from a random number generator give an even distribution of values, which is one of the important characteristics of randomness. The selection of seed plays an important role in the generation of random numbers and it should be selected randomly. A program using randomization. In this program, a few arrays filled with parts of sentences are used. Their assembly into complete sentence is randomized. The program can be written like this: user bin Perl demo for using a random number generator to randomly select parts of sentence. Use strict, use warnings. Variable declaration: my dollar count, my dollar input, my dollar number, my dollar sentence, my dollar story. The arrays of parts of sentence. My at nouns equal to dad, TV, mom, Groucho, Rebecca, Hapro, Robin Hood, Joe and Mo. My at verbs equal to ran to, giggled with, put hot sauce into the orange juice of, exploded, dissolved, sang stupid songs with, jumped with. My at prepositions equal to at the store, over the rainbow, just for the fun of it, at the beach, before dinner, in New York City, in a dream, around the world. SRAN time dollar dollar, do dollar story equal to for dollar count equals 0, dollar count less than 6, dollar count plus plus, dollar sentence equal to dollar nouns of int, rand, scalar at nouns, dot dollar verbs int, rand, scalar at verbs, dot dollar nouns int, rand, scalar at nouns, dot dollar prepositions int, rand, scalar at prepositions, dot dot. Dollar story dot equal to dollar sentence. Print /n dollar story /n. Print /n type /quit /to quit or press enter to continue. Dollar input equal to std in. Until dollar input equal to tilde slash exponent slash s star q slash I. Exit. In this example, the variables are declared and the arrays are initialized with values. Then the random number generator is seeded by a call to the built-in function srand. It takes the seed for the random number generator as the argument. The seed time or dollar dollar is a calculation that returns a different seed each time. Time returns a number representing the time, dollar dollar returns a number representing the ID of the Perl program that's running. That may change each time we run a program. The bitwise OR combines the bits of the two numbers. The main loop of the program is a do until loop. These loops are very easy if we want to do something before taking any actions each time through the loop. The loop first executes the statements in the block and then performs a test to determine if it should repeat the statements in the block. The variable $story is emptied at the top of each loop. The main work of the program is contained in the for loop. This loop initializes a counter, does a test, and then increments the counter. The statement that makes a sentence stretches out over a few lines of code. Here, a string is built out of sentence parts separated by spaces and ending with a period and a space. The string is built by the use of string concatenation operator dot. The statement that selects the sentence is $sentence equal to $nouns of int rand scalar at nouns dot space dot $verbs int rand scalar at verbs dot space dot $nouns int rand scalar at nouns dot space dot $prepositions int rand scalar at prepositions dot space. Let's examine one part of this statement. $verbs int rand scalar at verbs. The nested brace will be evaluated from the inside out. So, the expression most deeply surrounded by braces is scalar at verbs. The scalar is a built-in function that returns the number of elements in an array. The array at verbs has 7 elements. So, this expression returns 7. So, now we have $verbs int rand of 7, and the most deeply nested expression here is rand of 7. Rand returns a random number greater than 0, and hence this statement returns a value between 0 and 7. This number is a floating point number. So, now the statement becomes something like $verbs int 3.47429. Now, we have to evaluate the expression int of 3.47429. The int function discards the fractional part of the floating point number and returns the integer part. Here it will be 3. So, the final step is $verbs of 3, which gives the fourth element of the verbs array, because the array with 7 elements will number them from 0 to 6. Formatting. To randomly select a verb, we use the functions scalar, rand and int, and these functions calls are combined in one line using nested braces. This may produce hard to read code. Using additional temporary variables, it can be written like $verb array size equal to scalar at verbs, $random floating point equal to rand $verbs array size, $rand integer equal to int, $random floating point, $verb equal to $verbs of $random integer. This can be repeated for each part of speech and finally build a sentence with a statement such as $sentence equal to subject $verb $object, prepositional phrase. These different ways of specifying the program statement are just a matter of style. The choice of layout is based on a trade-off between a desire to express the overall task clearly, balanced against the difficulty of reading highly nested function calls. While writing code, readability is the most important thing. To enhance the readability and understandability, comments can be added in program. Another method to calculate the random position. Perl has different methods to do this task. An alternate way to write this random number selection to use the same function calls without parenthesis. $verbs int rand scalar at verbs. This type of chaining is common in Perl. To evaluate the expression, Perl first takes at verbs as an argument to scalar, which returns the size of the array. Then it takes that value as an argument to the rand, which returns a floating point number from 0 to less than the size of the array. It then uses that floating point number as an argument to int, which returns the greatest integer less than the floating point number. That is, it returns the number to be used as the subscript of the array at verbs. In another way, the call to scalar and int function can be eliminated. $verbs rand at verbs can be used. Since rand expects a scalar value, it evaluates at verbs in a scalar context, which simply returns the size of the array. Perl is designed such a way that array subscripts to automatically take just the integer part of a floating point value if it was given as a subscript. So, no need of int.